everybody, it is Kevin+Ho, and we are here at our latest listing at 2621 Bryant Street. There is some roadworks going on. Actually, they're replacing the drain for the street and the area. It's been coming down from Bryant Street for a while. So, fortunately, we've got that to deal with, but it means you're going to have better drains in the future, right? So, we're going to show you this fabulous listing. Our client bought this more than 40 years ago and lived in it for a while and then ended up renting it out. So, first down here is our big garage. So the nice thing about this garage is that it's about 38 to 40 feet deep, going from here all the way over here. But you also notice the foundation has been upgraded. So in about 2008, the seller opted to do a seismic upgrade, which means there's concrete down here. There is the shear wall, and the seismic nailing pattern indicates that it's all there, preventing or helping the house to do its best in an earthquake. Over here, you've got the straps and the braces. Here, they poured a big pier over here to replace previous posts. And over here, you can see, let me close this up here. You can see that there was once sort of the brick under there, and they cut that short here. So you've got a lot of storage space here or potential to do something. The ceiling height here nominally is about 7'6" and change, higher and lower in some places, of course. This is a nice little workshop, not so little, but a workshop. This is the bottom of the fireplaces inside the units, which we'll see later, at least the middle one. And before we go back, oh my gosh, there is a cat. Hello, Mr. Cat. Goodbye, Mr. Cat. So it's really nice here. You've got this nice picket fence for the neighbors here, and take a look back here. So it is really sunny and nice back here. You've got succulents, you've got a fig tree, the cypress tree up there, and then over here you've got a nice orange tree. Now this one isn't really doing much by way of oranges, but its neighboring tree has a lot of oranges there. And you've got this nice little area back here, and a acanthus here, and there's actually a chicken coop back there at one point. So probably the soil is pretty rich back there too. So while that all goes on outside, it'll be nice and quiet in here. So it's a nice tall building. Each unit is about 1,000 square feet. There's about 2,050 of living space that the app Cubicasa counted. And it did not count down here at all. So that's some space that you can capture and do something with. Back over here is the alley that comes in off of the street. So you have a nice sort of access. Let's say you're having people over or doing work or whatnot. They don't have to go through your unit to go in or go through the house to get back to the yard here. So through here, it's actually nice and cool, and it's been really nice and warm actually. The Mission is warmer than many places in the city, of course. So let's go out here. There's the fireplace for at least the bottom of the fireplace for the living rooms. You've got a typical layout in terms of the double parlor and the fireplace and painting room up top. So coming up here, let me close this a little bit here. You've got some beautiful houses around, and 24th Street's right there, which is great. Let's go up here. I love the facade. It's got some really cool ornamentation that you don't normally see. It's super sharp, and I love the color. The color changes over the day. So we're going in here to the lower unit. There's Mr. Raffy, he is waiting. Our photographer is upstairs, and so it's photo day, and that's where Raffy is, right? Okay, so coming in here, you've got this big living room here. So you've got the medallion up there, and the medallion over here, the other double parlor part, and there's one up in the hallway too that indicates to me, and you can see from the extra elongated canopy, and there's a pipe in the other one, that there used to be gas lamps in the home. Probably long time dormant, but still interesting. You've got the tall baseboards here. Now this is probably the original subfloor. It's either pine or fir, I can't quite tell. Remember that chimney fireplace? It's here and it keeps going up to the next one here. You've got the marble mantelpiece and your gas heating. I think that might be it for heating. Tall baseboards again. There's a medallion. Lath and plaster walls with a little bit of horsehair thrown in, I'm told. The seller believes that the house was first built elsewhere in 1890 by a Swedish person who apparently had just one arm. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but still, I think it's pretty neat because the house has been here for a while and this neighborhood is just so varied. There's Ravi, right? So this is their kitchen. There's a pantry here. Wild colors, of course, but they did do a pretty good job in making the colors sharp. As you can tell in here for sure. Wow, that is a bold color. But here, this back room here, you know, some people have that as the kitchen, this is the dining, or maybe you have this as a sitting room or whatnot. Lots of possibilities here. And back here, here is the view of the yard. You get a really nice light even coming in here. It's around 1 o'clock right now. Now over here, this is the mudroom that was built at one point. It was kind of sloped. It's a laundry room, nice tall ceilings, but this does need some attention. I think there was an estimate before that will be in disclosure documents. This is the bathroom, hot pink. They had a certain bright saturated theme going on here. They had laundry here before, so you see the water supply and you see the gas line too and the exhaust. But yes, this does need some attention, perhaps being rebuilt or not too. Apparently the stairs are okay. This is according to our inspector who walked it through yesterday. And those reports will be in the disclosure package once it is ready. But overall, even with that work going on outside, not too shabby. Right, Rafi? What do you think? Rafi, what do you think? Do you like it? What do you think, Rafi? Oh, that's a good boy. All right, so we are gonna go upstairs next. So stay tuned for that. All right, everybody. We are now upstairs here at 2621 Bryant Street. We are going to show you around the upper unit. So you can see the colors are pretty intense. Downstairs they had pretty sharp colors. Upstairs, well, they're even more sharp and distinct. But you can see here that actually the old school lamp is in place, the chandelier. You've got this sort of marble mantelpiece like before. Lots of construction going on, but take a look here. Through here you can see Sutro Tower, backside of Twin Peaks, and you can see, I don't know if you can see, you can't see that much over there, but you can see Bernal Hill over here. There it is, and it's pretty fantastic. You've got 10'7" to 10'8" ceilings. Unlike the lower floor, this one actually has the oak floors on top of the subfloor. Like downstairs, you do have the double parlor. Some pretty intense colors here. Some chartreuse, I think. I love that door. Over here you can see the neighbors. So you have a house next door. I love that Victorian across the way. More Bernal, backside of Bernal as well. So it's really pretty. Over here, that's the entrance coming into the kitchen. Now you notice something that, we'll talk about that in a second. You've got a pantry over here. You've got your Wedgwood stove, the gas stove. I still believe it is functional. And over here, you've got the room off of the kitchen, and you get a really nice view of the big cypress, the orange tree, and you get a view of more of your neighbors towards the south. And then that's actually pretty cool. They found this in a neighborhood a long time ago, some architectural elements there. Actually, we've seen the house where it might perfectly belong to. Inside here, again, the kitchen, nice little pop of red under here. Your bathroom is here. Pretty basic. So this was part of the exterior that we were talking about before. This was the mudroom part that was built later. So imagine that there wasn't really much bathroom service in the way back when. And then they added this as a laundry room and as for laundry and for your toiletry as well. This structure should probably be rebuilt. And then, let me show you here. You got here, that is a lovely view. And you can see down here, there's SF General / Zuckerberg. Backside Potrero here, more of the Mission, and down here is the yard. This set of stairs goes down. So let's show you one more space and explain what this giant wonder is doing. Let me close this up here. So over here, this used to be on a hook. See those two hooks there? And see the hooks there? So there used to be a pulley system with a little winch or whatnot, and it would move this up and down. But they've kept it down, which is probably a good thing, at least for showing. But the reason why this is interesting is because it gives you much better access to the attic. So the attic runs the full length of the house. There's that chimney again. Not sure which chimney this one is, but you've got just spaces here, and then here's the unfinished part. Don't know if the camera will adjust to that, but you can see the front facade is there in the peak. You have insulation here and this part here. Now the tallest height between the where the ridge beam would be and here is about 7'1", and you've got the back side of the facade as well, and you've got the opening, and you can see some of the old growth wood, and yeah, it's pretty kind of hardcore. Now I think the joist we really can't see because it's framed in by this part here too, but it looks fairly thick. Sorry about all that close camera work here, but yeah, you know, the opportunity and the potential here is very strong. Our thought is that you're going to have to rebuild this anyway, so you can make it more regularized. Maybe you can expand or not. Of course, you have to consult an architect to figure all that out. You do have RH3 zoning here. You are in the category A, historic category, because you are in the mission survey. And this home, with its really striking facade, I think would be something that, you know, they want to preserve because it is really a distinct one. The Victorian ornamentation is not like many that we've seen before. Take a look. Here's a little above. That's pretty neat. It's not like the ones that you typically see. Now the layout inside, that can be much improved, I think. That's pretty straightforward. And you've got the ceiling height to do so. But yeah, you know, lots of potential. And, you know, I am curious, we are curious as to who the ultimate buyer and future owner will be and what they'll do with the home. There is so much potential, and we are happy to have showed it to you. So this is Kevin+Ho signing off on behalf of my partner, Jonathan McNarry. We're at Vanguard Properties, and we are grateful and appreciative that you took the time to walk through the property with us. So until the next one, we'll see ya.